Hello everyone, welcome to Cabin of Reza. This is Reza and this is our daily sports show. We talk about all kinds of sports here. First, let's start with football. Serie was happening last night and it will continue today. Two games last night. Napoli won 1-0 against Lecce. It wasn't an easy game, it seems. Um, they scored in 68, 69 minutes, and but they kept it two wins in a row in Serie A after two losses um, in European Champions League and Serie A. It gives them the motivation and the confidence, and they stay in the first place, unless Rome wins with a very very high score. Today, the thing is that De Bruyne though is out. He will be out till the start of February next year, and this can be an issue for Napoli because the best creative player for them is out now. McTominay was on rest because they're playing Serie A league in the middle of the week, and he was playing in the weekend on the weekend, and he was playing very hard to just get the result as he did, but he was out. He came in 60 something minutes. But Hoyland is back too, so he came in as a sub 60 something minutes. And um, I don't know how deep is their squad and how's the depth for them. But without De Bruyne, we should see if they can stay intact and keep it together till De Bruyne is back, because it was very important for them. What else? Milan had a draw. 4 minutes goal, a corner deflected shoot, um, and Richie scored. And later on, both teams has had opportunities. Both teams, but Atlanta scored in the 30 something minutes, and after that I went to sleep. I watched it till there, but it seems it stayed that way, even though there were some opportunities. I watched the highlights, but Milan now losing points in two consecutive games, and yeah, they're falling behind. They seem pretty good contestant for winning the league a week ago, but now maybe a little bit in trouble. Uh, they should score more. And as I said it before, they need a new striker, 100%. We move on from that. There were some domestic cups pretty much in different countries, but we ignore some of the countries. We go to Germany. I don't say all the games, and but what I do is that the sorry, I say the teams that the Bundesliga teams in Germany that got eliminated. Only that. Heidenheim 1-0 with a red card for Heidenheim, eliminated against Hamburg, another Bundesliga team. Um, yeah, and Hoffenheim also uh, with a draw and 2-2, but got eliminated, I think, in the penalty shootout. Yeah. From San Pauli, another Bundesliga team. These are like you can uh, understand maybe easier, but the surprises were Bochum from Bundesliga 2 defeated Augsburg 1-0, and of course Wolfsburg, they got a red card, and then things went very bad for them, and they conceded the goal and they got eliminated against Holstein Kiel. Yeah, they're eliminated, and they're out. So a few of the five of the Bundesliga teams are out. The last one is the match that I watched after 70 minutes till the end 120 minutes and then the penalties. Dortmund against Frankfurt. Frankfurt had a very bad defending history. Their defense line is very vulnerable this season. They changed the goalkeeper. For now they're doing, it seems, better, but nonetheless, when I started watching, it was already 1-1. uh, Frankfurt was playing slightly better. They had better opportunities, if I want to be honest. They were the host of the game, but nonetheless, none of the teams were super close to scoring, except Frankfurt in extra times scored, I think it was 112, 112, 15, I can check. I don't know, never mind that, but they scored the offside goal. It seemed offside from what I saw in the repeats. Yeah, so they scored, but it was offside. They took a long time to say they were celebrating a lot, so I felt very bad for them. But in the penalties, Dortmund won after 120 minutes was 1-1. And one of the penalties, it was like going very, very, very back to shoot it strongly, which almost always goes wrong. Another one, Kobel caught. It wasn't completely corner, but they got. Dortmund scored penalties pretty good. And yeah, that's about that. So Frankfurt is also out, and Dortmund very hardly still in the cup, going to Spain. Um, the only team that was La Liga and eliminated was Real Oviedo. They're not doing very good in La Liga, but they were ahead and they lost the game 4-2. And yeah, that's about that. Let's go to um, let's go to NHL actually. Um, and yeah, the interesting games, of course, for me was Penguins. I didn't watch it, unfortunately. It was a very bad time, but they lost in the shootout to Flyers. And yeah, Golden Knights defeated Hurricanes 6-3. Um, that comes to what else? I watched a bit of Stars versus Capitals. Very intense game, but 1-0. They weren't scoring, but mostly. But it was interesting game. I watched maybe 5 minutes of it. I did watch a bit of Devils against Avalanche as well. Unfortunately, I missed all the goals. Avalanche won 8-4, 12 goals, and I missed them all. How, I don't know, but you should be very precise choosing your time that you miss all the goals, but I did. Nonetheless, it was 4-0. I remember I went to watch uh, another games and come back to it. It was 4-0 to Avalanche, and it was 6-4 to Avalanche, and it was quite shocking for me. Like, they scored 6 goals for just a few minutes. I was gone. Uh, it was a wild game, very wild game. Nonetheless, Devils were on 8 win streaks before that. Their last match was against Avalanche as well. They won. So it was a revenge for Avalanche. So Devils were on 8 win streak. It is broken now. Avalanche were on 4 losses streak, and they won, and they're back. Mammoth also lost, and they lost their streak of winning against Oilers. Oilers kind of had a comeback because I remember Mammoth was 2-0 ahead. I watched one goal of Oilers, and that's about that. Yeah, that's about NHL. All games were very interesting. I was just jumping in between and missing a lot of goals, and saw a few. So yeah, that's about that. Anything interesting here to say? No, not now. Hopefully, I can watch more matches and talk about them more. In basketball, oh, before I forgot, for Juventus, they're playing against Udinese today. Spalletti is the new head coach. They appointed him. I think, yeah. That's the only thing I missed. And MLS is going on if you want to watch. Going to basketball, Sixers won. Uh, they're doing pretty good. Sixers. Am I right? Are they 5 from 5 Sixers or 4 from 4? Let me check. Uh, Sixers are 4 from 4. Yeah, yeah, I'm right. 4 from 4. Heat won against Hornets. Uh, it's one of those games that different player contributed, not just one star, and I like those games a lot. Bucks defeated Knicks. Thunder won. They won 5 out of 5 for now, even though two games went to overtime. I think it's only two games went to overtime. At least two games that I saw they went to overtime, but nonetheless, 5 out of 5. They're doing great as the last year champion. They're doing super great. And the game that I watched, a bit of the start and the end, was Warriors against Clippers. Um, like Clippers did better in total, I think, in the first half. Like they were keeping it up, especially Harden, and then way better defending by Warriors. Good changes, and they won with big difference, 98-79. Maybe it's not the biggest difference, but the scores are very low, and they showed how intense and defensive the game was, and Warriors played very good. It's another game that all players kind of contributed, and Butler is pretty good. Like since he came in, Warriors are playing pretty good, and I'm very happy for him. It's very interesting that he's doing um, very well here. Though I wish he was still in Miami, but nonetheless, that's about that. Anything else around the world? There is clutches between um Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi, and Gukesh. Gukesh beat the world champion. Magnus, Hikaru, Fabi are the first, second, and third top player of the world by rankings. I don't know how is it going. Still continues. I didn't check it out, but it was there. If you want to check it, and I don't know if it still continues. They played for how long, but it was very interesting tournament. If you want to check it or check the reviews or highlights. And yeah, that's about that. Um, Hopefully, I see you tomorrow with more games. And don't forget to subscribe, like, write a comment, and yeah, hopefully, I see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.